All right, so time for hopefully just a quick update here. Since the last one, as you can see, I got the supercharger on. I got all the hoses hooked up. I got the fuel rails hooked up. I think I might have had those last time. And as I mentioned, the quick disconnects. Oh, I got the quick disconnect, the other the other fuel hose that I was waiting for because the other one was leaking. So I got that. And then I got the other quick disconnect on. Like I said, the supercharger on. The fan shroud, got everything back in place. Pretty much all that stuff is hooked up. So we should be pretty good to go for all of that stuff. Then I decided after talking with my tuner, we decided that it was best because I have the triple pump system in there. He didn't think it was a good idea to be running, especially just running pump gas. No reason for all three pumps to be running at the same time. So I went ahead and bought fuel controller system from, I always mess up their name, Fore, however you want to say it, where I got my fuel pumps from. So I bought a fuel controller setup, or fuel pump controller setup basically for that, so I can run the two pumps all the time, and then the third pump will be kicked on by the hob switch. And I got one that's set for 13 pounds of boost because you only really need the third one at higher boost levels. So got that, and then got the little 100 amp little breaker for it. And there's no real good place to mount it here. And they said don't mount it to the engine as the vibrations could cause some issues. So not the greatest place, but probably just gonna like mount it like right here, kind of like right up underneath here. And the hose just kind of connect up to it. And then I can run the wires back to where this is going to be. They said this is not waterproof. The controller's not, so they don't advise mounting it in the engine bay as it's not waterproof. So I'll probably mount that under the rear seat back by the fuel pumps there. And all the wires I got here that will run up for the fuses and stuff, probably just pull all those back and just cut them off back under the seat there, and then just wire them into here. And like I said, the fuse or the breaker mount up here, since it's got the little push button there to reset it if there was an issue. So I'll probably just do it here so it's easy if there was a problem. That takes 4-gauge wire that runs from the battery, which will sit right here, to the unit, and then one out from here back to the controller. So I didn't have any 4-gauge wire, and nobody in town had any either. So I had to order some off Amazon. So it'll take a couple days to get here, and then should be able to keep working on this. So was hoping to have it done this weekend, since it was warm out this weekend here, and could try to maybe start it and mess with the tune a little bit after we deleted the EGR too, and got that all capped off and deleted it, which talking to the tuner, he said, yeah, he's done that before many times, not a big deal. He can compensate for that in the tune. And it's also good because now twice I've had stuff come up, stuff that something happened in the engine a little bit, and stuff went through the long tubes and it came back up the EGR tube and went back into the supercharger. The first time it destroyed the supercharger, which cost a ton of money to have it rebuilt and didn't even have, 100 miles on it. And I had something go through it this last time too, a year and a half ago when I had problems, or coming up on 2 years now. And thankfully it just kind of put a little bit of a nick in one of the rotors, but I don't think it's going to cause any permanent damage. But just seems like every time something happens, it just keeps going through the supercharger. So this should block that off and should not be an issue anymore. But I got sidetracked there on that. But I contacted my tuner about that since it was going to be warm this weekend, but I didn't hear anything back from him. But I guess it worked out anyways because, like I said, I didn't have the 4-gauge wire anyways to get this done. But I got a couple of the pieces ready to go, and like I said, teed in there, and so it should be ready. Oh, and I got the I blocked off part of the EGR that hooked up to the supercharger there. So like I said, should be all set and ready to go. But I said I was going to keep this short, and we're already 5 minutes in, so sorry about that. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Hopefully next video I will have the fuel controller in and the battery in and everything set, and hopefully ready to fire it up. So thanks for watching. Bye.